Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. My voice sounds a little shaky because the allergies like that. I'm getting beat down. The allergies beating me like Tom Brady used to beat our Steelers. And it jacking me up a little bit. Only thing is my throat, my eyes are like they getting water and stuff. And it's so crazy because when I was a teenager, I did not have like allergies like this. But now I'm 23. And I feel like the allergies are like, I'm like, every year you're like, oh, allergies are coming like this. And then now I take medicines and stuff. I go outside when the grass is freshly cut or something like yesterday. It'd be like, the allergies start acting up and start tripping and stuff. So I'm like, man, I guess it just changed with age, of course. But today we're discussing, of course, some Steelers news, some Steelers updates, and diving into what the Steelers been talking about. As we've seen, of course, one report that the Steelers are expected to come into camp with 4 quarterbacks. It said Omar Khan was talking about it. He said, we go to camp before quarterback. Steelers general manager Omar Khan said prior to the first day of the draft. That was like, of course, before the draft happened. So right now we have 2 on the roster. All options are on the table, and how we acquired those last 2. So we know now, of course, you got Will Howard, of course. So now you got 3 on the roster. You got Skylar Thompson, you got Mason Rudolph, and Will Howard. And they were expecting probably to draft the quarterback maybe later round like they did, like in the 6th round. And then, of course, Aaron Rodgers is still another option the Steelers are still looking at, of course, too. So a lot of people think the Steelers are kind of in win-now mode. We've seen the pieces they added in the draft are pieces the Steelers kind of need now. Cause you could have went quarterback in the 1st round and playing for the future, or 2nd round and play for the future, but the Steelers decided to go Derek Harmon 1st round, 3rd, and then the 2nd round pick, they didn't trade back in the 2nd round, so they said they wait till the 3rd round. Got Caleb Johnson, a running back who can play now for them like that. And they went out there and added another piece on Yaha Black, added him to the mix. Jack Sawyer as well, and they're adding in different pieces like that too. And they added Will Howard, of course, maybe for insurance purposes, maybe for the future like that. But they use their early picks to get guys who can impact the team right now. So a lot of people expect like the Steelers are kind of like in win now mode a little bit. And I think they kind of are too, in a sense, because you look at the defense is good. You add Derek Harmon to that mix to help shore up that run defense with Yaha Black and stuff, help shore up that line. Your pass rush is already good. Your secondary, you add Darius Slay, of course, to the mix. You already got pieces there too. You got Thornhill, who you added as well, and you have JPJ already there, Micah Fitzpatrick, and your linebacker core is good too as well. You know, with I don't forget his name, Peyton Wilson, and then you also have, of course, Patrick Queen, and then you also have, of course, who else was there? Cole Holcomb, yeah, Cole Holcomb should be back, I think, by now. I keep trying to say Landon Roberts. Landon Roberts is gone. I remember the Steelers kind of let him go. I think he kind of like, contract expired, they didn't renew his deal. Landon Roberts was cool, but he's getting a little older, of course. But Cole Holcomb, he come back. He was playing pretty good before he went down with that tear, that injury that took him out for basically the whole last year, almost 2 years really. So you have him as well on the roster as well. So you have some pretty solid pieces, of course, you have added, of course, to your team. And then on offense, you look at DK Metcalf, who's added, of course, as well, and you pay him with the $33 million a year in extension and stuff. So the Steelers have a roster that's kind of like win now. You got GP, you got the running back Caleb Johnson, you add these different pieces, Pat Freiermuth, Washington. O-line is pretty good. Some people have complaints about the O-line on occasions, but the past like 2-3 seasons, the O-line has gotten better and better and better. If you look at the O-line this year and look at them all the way, like the year after Big Ben retired, which was like what 2020, 2021, when K. Pickett was there. You look at that year O-line and then look at it now. You see a lot of improvement. They go out there and add those pieces they need to add it, and now you see the O-line has improved. So Steelers are kind of in win now mode. We'll see what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers and see what goes on. But they did have I forgot who made that video. Somebody made a video, an article discussing the top. I think it was CBS, yes, discussing the top options for the Steelers if Aaron Rodgers don't get there, and pull an article up. One of the options they had was Brett Rypien. I'm like, nah, Brett Rypien, I say his name, but he's all right. But I'm like, nah, it wouldn't be like somebody bring in like that in the terms of like being something that's going to help you in a sense. Teddy Bridgewater was another option, but I think Teddy Bridgewater was retired at one point, came out of retirement to join the Lions. I don't know if he's going to go back in retirement or not. Teddy Bridgewater is all right and solid, but still, I don't think it'll be anything that will help us boost it like that. You think he'd be able to beat Mason Rudolph in a starting position? I don't know. Desmond Ridder? Nah. I ain't got to explain it. They had Carson Wentz on the list maybe a few years back, but not now. Carson Wentz, I thought he was going to show a little bit more because remember the Chiefs gave him an opportunity to play the last game of the season, and he really didn't do anything that game. But we have to see what happened, of course. He probably still have a little potential in him, but like, nah, Carson Wentz, not the same like he once was. Then number 1, he had Tyler Huntley. I've been mentioning Tyler Huntley on this channel a few times already. I think that would be good if you can get Rodgers. Even if you do get Rodgers, I'll bring Tyler Huntley in. Tyler Huntley have a better showing than Skylar Thompson, but you can't get Aaron Rodgers, bring Tyler Huntley in. You know, Tyler Huntley with the Dolphins, he played pretty solidly, pretty good last year, and with the Ravens, he was playing pretty good too. And in that one season when Lamar went down, and he helped lead them to the playoffs the last few games of the season. Won enough games to get them to the playoffs. So Tyler Huntley, the dual threat quarterback, he has pretty solid accuracy, of course, in the middle of the field and stuff. So I wouldn't mind that either like that. If like Aaron Rodgers is not signed with the team, you can bring Tyler Huntley in with Mason Rudolph, and, Will Howard, and let them all compete like that and see what happens and who gets the job in the end. We have to kind of see what the Pittsburgh Steelers would do, but we did see a report though the Steelers was impressed by Will Howard. The article said on Sunday, Howard reached out to the Steelers quarterbacks coach, Tom Arth, for plays, according to his mother, much to the delight of the Steelers coaching staff. It says, Art wrote Howard back and said, hey, we're going to give you the weekend off, but this is why we drafted you, because of the kind of worker you are. So like he's been, his off days, he said he's been asking about plays and different things he can practice and training and stuff, trying to make the next steps. Like people mentioned before, not about where you get drafted. It's about, oh, there you go. So my voice is going in and out. Not about where you get drafted, but it's about like, what you do once you get drafted like that. Because, it's kind of like in college too as well. People have all those star recruits, but like, oh, he's a 5-star recruit. The stars don't matter. Once you get put on the team, the stars don't matter. And then once you get drafted to the NFL like that, but oh, he's a top pick, it doesn't matter. You still gotta go out there and prove it. We've seen time and time again with guys in later rounds prove it. We've seen, of course, on our team, like Antonio Brown, even though he's crazy now, he's tripping. But Antonio Brown on CTSPN, I don't know what he'd be doing over there. But Antonio Brown was drafted, the 5th round, I think, 5th, 6th round. Went out there, became one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in Steelers history. Look at a lot of different guys. James Harrison, undrafted, played in NFL Europe, got opportunity, and became one of the best edge rushers and led the Steelers in sacks when he retired like that. Of course, TJ Watt had the record now, of course, but he led the Steelers in sacks when he retired. Former Defensive Player of the Year. Multiple time All-Pro as well, like that. Was an amazing player like that. So sometimes it don't matter where you get drafted. It matters what you do once you get drafted. So it's good to see Will Howard going out there, putting the work in, being very excited to learn and passionate about the game as well. So he could maybe emerge as something too. I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers don't get Aaron Rodgers and you have a battle between Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, and maybe another quarterback, maybe Tyler Huntley or somebody, and Will Howard beats them out and become the starter week 1. You never know what could happen. You never know like that. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on. But it's kind of all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe for more content. I probably have a video on my channel, the Arsenal D.B channel, discussing a Steelers topic I want to discuss over there. So be on the lookout for that. And I might have another video today, maybe later today, or maybe tomorrow to my voice come back. I had to do a full video discussing a scenario like that I had planned as well. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow or today. We'll have to see. But peace out.